Hi guys. So we're finally back after maybe 2 years of break. So the reason why it took so long because I had my exams going on and I finished my engineering after all. So we're back with a very interesting video. You might have gotten to know about it after looking at the title. So today we're going to discuss why The Nun did not require a sequel at all. So before we start, here's what the trailer looked like. And I watched this movie a couple of days ago, and I'm gonna walk you through it, make sure that you understand before you start and watch it on your own. There would be spoilers, but don't worry, I'll throw in a spoiler warning. So here's the trailer.
There has been an incident.
Killings across Europe.
You are the only person who has dealt with something like this.
What we're going after. It's unlike anything you've ever seen.
The Nun, Chapter 2.
Looked really cool, right? That's what I thought before I watched it and wasted my money. So the first Nun movie that was broadcasted, I mean, it was good. It had everything a horror movie would require. It had some decent jump scares, but the review back then was not that good, and it is not good this time as well. The reason why I say that The Nun did not require a sequel is because let's pause there. Let's talk about the demon itself, Valak, right? So that's her in all her glory right there. Very menacing. I know, would scare the shit out of me if I were to see her in my bathroom mirror. So Valak is supposed to be one of the most powerful demons in the whole entire Conjuring universe. Compared to Bathsheba and the guy who with the crooked face or the nose or whatever, this thing right there, and Annabelle combined. So you might know the history that was shown in the first part, where the evil tried to come out and they tossed in some Jesus Christ blood and then it shut back down in. The number of questions are, why was the whole entire thing built there when they knew there was bombings going to happen? And during the bombings, was it just fine, like, oh okay, we're just going to seal it up and then we're not going to even look at it, and no matter what happens it even won't come out. So it came out, it killed all of the nuns there. The first part, spoiler, not the current one. It killed all of them, and then Sister Irene and the other guy, the detective guy from Vatican, they came there, they had that whole entire going on over there. Now, the fact that Irene destroyed Valak just by spitting some blood, and that she had so many opportunities to get out of there, it was just, okay, now I know you might be thinking that, oh, how would the movie go on and how would it make sense if it just ended right there? I agree with you, but at least show some sort of, make the audience be on the edge of their seat at least. I mean, the demon just comes there, it's jump scare. Hope I got you with that jump scare. So just a disclaimer, there would be some sort of jump scare throughout the video. So this was just this was just too funny. I just thought of adding it when I was editing this. So yeah, enjoy the video. Then it just goes away. That is all that was going on in the first movie, and that was it. And before the moment when it was getting actually interesting with the Frenchy one, which was like a major thing when it had an upside down cross on the back of his neck like this. It was great. It left everybody on a cliffhanger. What would happen next? And then the same thing was shown in Conjuring, the first part, where Ed and Lauren, they were like, oh my god, there's a cross on the back of the neck, blah blah blah. So, when I watched the Nun Part 2, my expectations were high because I thought that Valak would be shown, like her backstory and everything would be amazing. So if you're still here, this is where the spoilers come in. So you can skip to the end where I give you the review, or you could, I would just say you watch this because I would give you the exact description how that movie went, and so you can save a couple of bucks. So here's how that story went. The first scene was incredible, right? The nun comes in, she literally lifts the priest up in the church, and like his hands are out like that, and then she just sets him up in flames, which was amazing. It was a very cool concept. It was a very good theme. Don't get triggered. Yeah, so that's how the movie actually started, and then from there all the way till the intermission, it was a snooze fest. I tell you, there were just a minute jump scare, like ooh ha he. That's all, and that's how the movie went. And I was watching this movie, and I didn't even realize that the intermission was there so quick. I mean, it is an hour 48-minute movie long, but you usually can't tell when the intermission would come. Here it was like before you know it was there, and I was sitting there confused like this. I'm like, what am I supposed to do now? There was nothing to do after that. So that happened, and then later on, when the movie actually starts to pick up its pace, where they show a little bit of the nun's backstory, which was very confusing because you don't really know what that demon actually wants. So before, in the first part, she wanted to get out of there, and I don't know what is with demons to just do world domination or something. With what exactly is your purpose? So you possess someone, and then what? That has been the same in all of the horror movies. You don't know what is the purpose. You want to destroy them, you want to use them as a vessel to rule the world. What exactly are you doing? So this is what I think when the movie is going on. There were a couple of good jump scares which were like, oh wow, this is actually good. So yeah, that happens. And can you believe this? Frenchie is the guy in which Valak was still there. She could have used him as a vessel to do a lot of things. She would have, crying out loud, she would have taken over the whole Vatican City if that was the case. But what she actually does is she's looking for a pair of eyes, which was from some saint, a lady. Her eyes were gouged out or something like that. So that was going on. That was a whole other parallel story to what was going on already. And when that was going on, Irene and another sister, I would say, who was yet to take her vows, or she was smoking, so that's a whole another place where to get triggered on, and she helps her do something so that they can stop her. It was the same concept as the previous movie, where you have to get a relic to stop it. If you don't get the relic, she would take it, and then she would become powerful, and then we're down the ring. So that was the whole entire concept of the movie. It was hopeless. The true potential of Valak was never shown in both of the two movies, which was just sad. I mean, the lady is creepy. I mean, look at her face. She is creepy, no doubt. But there was no way for me to sit there and like, oh my lord, that really made me shit my pants. There was no such horror element of surprise. I mean, there are some good horror movies that I like to watch, but this was not on my list. I mean, if it is not for me, it might be true that it wouldn't be for you. So if you still want to go watch it, you can. I would not recommend it. I would give it a solid a 3.6 out of 100. So that was my review. And if you still want to go watch it, I wish you all the best. Make sure you take a nice cozy blanket and some pillows, or if you have a snuggle partner with that, you can have the best time of your life. You can get a good night's sleep there. You can even cuddle if you want. So yeah, that was my take on the Nun 2, and it's good to be back. It's finally good to talk to you guys.